All right, guys, it's crazy to think that Q1 is already over and that we're in Q2, and that means for most of you, now's the time to start thinking about Mother's Day and implementing Mother's Day ad campaigns. So let's just jump into it. Today, what I just want to go over is I want to go over paid ad strategy, what we should think about from a creative standpoint and copy standpoint. I want to go over email marketing and SMS, how to start planning that out now to maximize this holiday. And then I want to just go over things that you can do to your website to help kind of get a higher conversion rate, capture more leads, and just again, maximize this Mother's Day time period for you. So let's just start off with advertising. We recommend starting Mother's Day ads 3.5 to 4 weeks before. I know we've done it in the past where, you may start, a week before, 2 weeks before, and that's fine. It's not the end of the world. But what we've seen is if you get these ads up 4 weeks before Mother's Day, that allows them to get through the ads learning phase and allows them to just perform better overall. Usually in the beginning, the conversion rate will be a little bit lower and will go up over time. But the earlier you get the ads going, when you do get into those prime times, either the Facebook algorithm, the TikTok algorithm, the Snap algorithm, they know your customer better by that point, and the ads will perform better. So if we're wanting to maximize results, we recommend getting these ads live 3.5 weeks to 4 weeks before Mother's Day, just to make the most of the time period. When it comes to ads and offers, this is the most important thing for you all to nail down. There's different things that you can do. For the most part, what we see do the best is going to be a site-wide sale of a certain percentage off. We see anywhere from 20 to 30% doing the best. I would recommend 25 to 30%, but we do see 20% do well. For some brands, you could do a buy two or buy three, get one free offer if you're looking to get that average order value up. That's something you could do. You could do spend over, $100, spend over $50, and give them a free gift with their purchase. One thing that we see do really well for Mother's Day is creating product bundles. So this is a company that we work with called Savannah Bee. Last year they did a Mother's Day tea set, but there's different bundles that you could do. Let's say you sell candles, you could create a candle bundle. They have a few other ones on their website. They have a hand cream bundle for mom, a gift set, a book of honey of different kinds of honey they sell. So there's different things that you could do from a bundling standpoint. Here's another one where people will put a water bottle, some soap, a planner, a sleep mask. There's different things that you could do, but we have seen bundles do really well just because you're giving somebody a giftable item right away and they don't have to go to multiple places. So even if you sell, let's say, necklaces and earrings and just general jewelry, you could create a bundle of things that all match and sell that as a package for somebody to buy. That would be an easy giftable item for their mom. So that's something that's totally worth looking into and doing, and just having just different offers because it should help you get your average order value higher. So that's worth looking into and doing. Other things that you should do as we're going through creating this Mother's Day, and I'll touch on this later, would be creating a Mother's Day specific collection that we can use in ads. So let's say you have some bundles, creating a gift bundle collection page is good. Let's say you don't plan on doing bundles, just creating a collection page of items that you think would be good for a mom and throwing that into a collection and calling it a Mother's Day collection. That's something that's definitely worth doing. And then throwing that within your navigation. So if somebody's going through the website, you could have a gifts tab if you wanted, or you could just have a Mother's Day tab in the menu and have a Mother's Day option for them to choose on, so it's easy for them to find in the navigation, especially as we're driving them from ads. Maybe they go to the website, land on the Mother's Day collection, end up going to another one, make it easy for them to go back to that Mother's Day collection. So those are the offers. Again, we tend to recommend doing 25 to 30% off, having a site-wide sale. If you're against sales, we would recommend doing bundles where they can save on items if they buy them together. What some brands will do too, if you do have a charity aspect to your brand, rather than doing a sale, you could say, all sales during this time frame, you'll donate a certain percentage to charity. That's another angle that you could do that we've seen do well. When it comes to ad copy itself, got to just really think about who we're targeting. So we're really targeting two different audiences. We're going to be targeting the gift buyers and we're going to be targeting moms. So when we're targeting the gift buyers, what we really want to do is pull on their heartstrings, talk about, how much their mom means to them, how much she's done for them, and really try to make them feel some type of way so they're willing to spend, money and that moment on their mom and telling them why you have the perfect gift for her. You want to make them feel a little bit anxious, especially as we get closer and closer to Mother's Day, letting them know, Mother's Day is almost here, get her the gift that she's been really wanting, just make them feel a little FOMO, a little anxiety, so they get their gift in time. That's worth doing. Other things that you can do is talk about how the gift will make their mom feel. So if a gift that's going to help their mom, relax, let them know like, hey, give mom the gift of relaxation this Mother's Day is something that we've seen do well in the past. It's good to promote social proof too. So if you have any reviews of people that have bought any of your items as a gift in the past, use that. So if somebody said like, hey, I bought this as a gift for my mom and she loved it, use that in the ad copy, because we've seen those review style copy variations do well for Mother's Day, as people are just trying to find something that their mom would love. And so just tell them, hey, your mom's going to love this in a way that resonates with them. When you're targeting moms, this is something we've seen do really well too. So a lot of people will do self-gifting during this time just because it's a sale. They don't even have to be a mom, and they would still probably buy because of the sale. But when we're targeting moms, like, hey, put yourself first this Mother's Day and treat yourself to 30% off. Thinking about copy variations for that too can be really helpful because there is a lot of self-gifting during this holiday, and all these moms, they deserve it. So I think we'll be targeting moms in campaigns as well. From a creative standpoint, just really try to use products and imagery that reminds people of their mom so they can see their mom either wearing it or using the item that's being sold. So if you have jewelry and you have products that say mama on it, you could bundle those together, make them a package, highlight that in the ads for Mother's Day can do really well. If you're doing a sale, highlight the discount off, but then also show images of somebody that would look of them, an age of a mom. Like don't highlight somebody that's, 21 years old in the ad that may or may not be, in somebody's mind a picture of their mom. So if we're targeting people that we want to buy for their mom, and we're targeting people 25 to 35, their moms are going to be 50, 55, 60. So that's what you got to think about when you're targeting. And then if you have pictures of somebody of that age using your product, let's highlight that in the images because that's what's going to get the higher conversion rate from the ad, because then that person can either one, picture themselves buying the product if we're targeting moms, or two, they can picture that, oh, that looks like my mom and she's really enjoying that product. It's showing them being happy with it, so that can do well for those people that are buying the gifts for their moms. So those are the best practices from an advertising standpoint. Let's just go ahead and dive into email and SMS. The first thing that you're really going to want to do is just build out your calendar so you have these specific dates in mind. You're going to one message about Mother's Day as soon as that sales go live, as their sale goes live, just because you want to be top of mind with everybody before they even think about buying a Mother's Day gift. Most people 4 weeks out aren't thinking about it quite yet, but if you are the first one to remind them, hey, this is coming up, you're naturally going to be top of mind with them. And then they're more likely to buy from you because of that. Other key dates to have in mind would be the start of the sale. That's where we would recommend doing an email and SMS for when the sale actually starts. Another one you want to do is the last day to order for standard shipping. Do an email and SMS for that day. Last day to order for expedited shipping. I wouldn't do an SMS on that day just because it could be hit or miss profitability wise, and you just sent them an SMS a few days before, so I wouldn't do an SMS that day, but I would do an email and SMS again on the sale end date. And something that we've seen do really, really well over the past several years is extending that sale an extra few days, doing an email specifically on it, and you can extend the sale and you can offer them, something. You could be, hey, we're adding an extra gift for all moms out there, to celebrate you, because every mom needs more than one Mother's Day a year, something like that, maybe, but then offer them, maybe if you sell, any one size fits all item, that's easy to ship, you can just throw that in with their orders for that day if they use a special code. Um, But that's something we've seen do really well for pretty much every brand and make it really urgent, like, hey, today only, and mentioning that, especially in the SMS, like, hey, use this now, flash sale, you deserve this, all moms get an extra, this necklace today for free on top of, 25% off is something that can do well. One thing, if you do this, you may want to think about doing would just be excluding any buyers that bought from you in the past, 4-week window or basically for as long as you had the Mother's Day sale going. That way they're not seeing it and feeling some type of way about, hey, it's the same discount I received, but they're getting a free item. So you're going to want to think about excluding them and making those segments as you send out that messaging. When it comes to just general email creative, this kind of goes for anything out, for all emails, not just Mother's Day, but you want to make sure you just have a strong subject line that's really building curiosity and speaking to the intent of the email. You want a prominent headline and call to action. So by that, what we mean is when you're creating the email itself, oftentimes what we'll see in accounts that we don't run when we're auditing, best practices, is a lot of people will have, if you think about it, people are looking at email most likely on their phone, right? So if they scroll once, they scroll twice, oftentimes you'll see a call to action button not until the third scroll, and by that time the user's already thinking about, deleting the email and going on to the next one. So you really want to, one, tell them the Mother's Day sale is happening, and tell them, hey, shop our Mother's Day sale now within the first part of the graphic. So, hey, get up to or get 30% off Mother's Day sale, shop now. Nice graphic of, a mom using the item or just a really nice graphic in general, and then have the shop now button. You can have more products highlighted below it, but you really want that call to action early on just to get the highest click-through rate as possible. Keep the email short and to the point. You don't want people to scroll too many times. Once somebody scrolls 3 or 4 times, unless it's a really specific email, that's a newsletter, which these aren't going to be newsletters, you're going to want to keep the email short and to the point. And then you always want to have the preview text in the email. That way, that's basically, if you're in Klaviyo, you have the subject line and then the preview text on that page before you go and actually edit the email. So you'll just want to make sure you always have that pre-header text in there. I usually try to do something vague in there, like you don't want to miss ... and just add the ellipses at the end. So they're like, I don't want to miss what? So they open the email and you get a higher click-through rate that way. But those are just general email best practices. But for Mother's Day specifically, in any sales email, keep it short and sweet. Tell them what you want them to know and let them know about the sale on that first swipe. So before the fold on the phone, let them know everything they need to know with a call to action button where you want to drive them. And I would drive them to a Mother's Day specific collection page, and that's going to get the best results. These are just some email examples. Again, this one's kind of text heavy, but it's highlighting, hey, happy Mother's Day, 15% off. Here's your code, shop now, all within a quick window. Kind of another one, Mother's Day gift guide. Here's your code, browse our gifts. 20% off. They could have highlighted that 20% off more. Here's another one that I think does a really good job. It's quick, 100-night guarantee, so it has a few value props at the top, free shipping. And then Mother's Day savings, $100 off. Here's your code, shop sheets. And it's saying $100 off just bamboo sheets. And it's telling them exactly what they want to do really early on in the email. Super simple, not making the person think too hard. It's just saying shop our sheets, here's $100 off, here's the code, go use it. And that's really what you want to do from an email perspective. Keep it simple and drive them to where you want and tell them what you want them to do. So that's it from an email and SMS standpoint. Now let's look at it from a website standpoint. So we did already talk about this a little bit, but create a Mother's Day gift guide collection. So either that could be you have items similar to what Savannah Bee has, where they have just different gift sets that moms can buy. Obviously, they have other products that they could sell if they wanted, but we'll be driving people to this gift collection page just to keep the average order value high. If you don't have any sort of packages for moms, what you could do is just create a Mother's Day collection of items that you think would do well, that people would buy for their moms, and just create a quick collection on Shopify of those items. You could either manually do it, or this could mirror if all of your items would work for a mom. This could mirror like a bestsellers page. Just title it Mother's Day and add a little bit of text about it. If you have an offer that you want to talk about it in here. So if you're doing 25% off, like meet our Mother's Day collection, get 25% off with that code, and mention that code in here. That can be good. You could add a sentence or two about how special moms are, just to get the heart all warm and fuzzy for people. But that's something you could do on that collection page. So that's a really important thing to do. Another thing that you could do is update your pop-up. This would just be kind of mirroring what your Mother's Day sale is. So if you use Wheelio, you could update the pop-up to talk about the Mother's Day sale, spin the wheel to win, and have it land on a similar offer. Or you could, juice the offer up a little bit and add a little extra incentive. So if you're doing normally 20% off, you can say, hey, lucky you, get 25% off now for Mother's Day weekend only. And then that person feels a little bit lucky, and then they're more likely to have a higher conversion rate. You can do the same thing with a pop-up here, if you have that running. But I would recommend updating the pop-up on your website. Another thing that I would recommend doing is there are a few different countdown timer apps on Shopify that we like, but you're going to want to put a countdown timer app on the top of the website. One, just reminding people, hey, Mother's Day sale, whatever percentage off, whatever the deal is, put the code there, add the timer for when. I would probably do like the standard shipping cutoff date to start, and then have the Shop Now button go to that Mother's Day collection. So this is just going to add a little bit of urgency and make those people feel a little anxious to make that impulse purchase right away. Other things that you can do too, so you can set up a few different upsells. So there are multiple apps that you can use for this. This one's using an app called Last Upsell. There's another one called Bold Upsell that you could use. So what Last Upsell is, though, is it's a pop-up that comes up on the thank you page after somebody places their order. And so this could be targeting either people that maybe bought the Mother's Day gift already, or it could be targeting people that just bought an item for themselves. But you'll want this pop-up to come up and be like, hey, Mother's Day is coming up. Here are 3 perfect gifts that you can add to your order. And they can just select. So if you have candles, have the candles here. I would use, just whatever you think would be a good gift for a mom. Apparel or anything that has a sizing may not be the best option to use here, just because they may not know the ring size or the sweater size that their mom wears. But if you have anything that's kind of one size fits all, like a necklace, or if you have sell candles, or if you sell honey, that would be a good place to put an upsell like this. Like, hey, we got the perfect gift for mom. Mother's Day is coming up. Would you like to add this to your order and maybe get 20% off it today? So you could add that to that post-purchase pop-up. You can also add an upsell on the product pages when somebody adds an item to the cart. You could also have a Mother's Day upsell there of items, again, that would work well for mom. So this is something that can just help increase the overall average order value, make the website more profitable. So this is something that's worth adding to your website as well. And then just some other general things to think about as we're wrapping this up here. Start thinking about the shipping options that you have there. Make sure you have an expedited one for all those people that will probably be like myself. Even though I'm talking about Mother's Day 4 weeks early, I probably won't get my gift until a few days before. So you want to make sure you have that expedited shipping option on there. You want to think about, hey, do we want to offer the ability, for them to, customize their package in the terms of, hey, do we want to gift wrap it for them? Do we want to give them a custom box? So start thinking about that kind of stuff. Do you want to give them the ability to type a custom note? There are a few different apps that you could use for both of those to give you your website the ability to do that. Just those little things, can help. One, you can upsell them, charge them more, and it's also just a nice user experience for people. So again, those are the things that are going to help you maximize this Mother's Day season. If you're already a partner with us and we work with you, reach out to me, reach out to your account manager. We'd love to walk you through this if you have any questions. If you don't work with us, just a little bit about Prolific. We're a full funnel advertising agency that's spent over $150 million since we started in 2018 to generate over $500 million for our clients. We're recently been appointed a Klaviyo Platinum Master Partner, so the highest status at Klaviyo from a retention marketing standpoint. And we've done over $60 million on Klaviyo since we've started using that as a platform for partners and clients over the past year and a half. Some of the great companies that we work with. And then, yeah, what we do for everybody, if you're not a client or partner with us, is we do a free audit of all of your paid advertising, all of your retention marketing. And if you are a partner with us and say we only do email for you and you want us to look at your paid advertising, feel free to shoot me an email and we'll audit it. And we'll kind of give you best practices and we can, help run it for you and just kind of help you grow your business. So if you're looking for a free audit, we'll dive deep into your email marketing, SMS marketing. We'll dive deep into your paid ads, whether that be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Taboola, name the platform, we run ads on there. But yeah, feel free to email me at jacob@prolific.media and we'll do your free digital audit. And yeah, thank you all for watching. If you're here still, great. I'll drink to that. And yeah, have a good one.